In my previous video, I discussed why JLT, otherwise known as Jumeirah Lake Towers, is a great investment. It's very well located, being right next to the Dubai Marina, 5 minutes away from the beach, and also there's the commercially led development of Uptown, which is occurring right next to it. What this is going to do is going to increase demand, and currently in Dubai, prices are continuing to rise, rents are continuing to rise, so that means people are looking for value in Dubai. One of the areas people are looking at is JLT, and we can see this by the fact that over the last year, prices here have increased by 16%, and also rents have increased by 22%. So that means sales prices haven't yet caught up with rents, and I feel like there's going to be further capital appreciation in JLT. This is especially true because of all the supply has basically been built, so there is very limited supply which can be built in JLT, and if there's limited supply which can be built, that means further capital appreciation and further increases in rent. So for this reason, if you can't afford an apartment in the Dubai Marina, I would go and look at JLT as an investment. However, there are lots of apartments and buildings in JLT which are very poorly maintained. For this reason, you've got to pick the right property, and I can't stress how important this is. So in this video, I'm going to be analyzing some of the top buildings in JLT you should look at investing in. So starting off with Green Lakes Towers, this is widely considered one of the best and most popular buildings and clusters in JLT. It's located in cluster S and comprises of 3 buildings, and they've got large layouts and they're very well maintained. Each tower consists of 256 apartments, mainly being 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom units. So if we look at the sales data, prices in this tower have increased by 11% over the last 12 months. And in the last 3 months, there's been 9 1-bedroom property transactions with a 1-bedroom unit costing you 1.2 million dirhams. And if we look at the rental data, rents have increased by 18%, and you can rent a property here on a long-term basis for 93,000 dirhams a year. So that comes to a gross yield of 7.75%. However, I must stress this is on a long-term basis, and if you wanted to rent it on a short-term, month-to-month basis, you could get an even higher return. So next we're going to look at MBL Residences, which was developed by Mag Group and is located in Cluster K. This is a tower I personally know because I very almost rented an apartment here. I remember when I went and visited it, it had these amazing amenities. It had an amazing swimming pool, gym, and it was only just completed, with construction finishing in 2021. Therefore, you've got an opportunity to buy a very new tower in JLT if this is an investment you go for. The tower consists of 410 units, 312 of these being 1-bedroom units, and only 156 of these being 2-bedroom units. So considering there's a lot less 2-bedroom than 1-bedroom apartments, and lots of families are looking at JLT as a place to live, I would say if you've got the opportunity, invest in a 2-bedroom. Yes, it might be more expensive, but in the future, you're likely to get further a capital appreciation compared to investing in a 1-bedroom. Over the past 12 months, prices have increased by 20%, and in the last 3 months alone, there's been 12 property transactions with an average 1-bedroom costing you 1.4 million dirhams. And if we look at the rental data, average rents have increased by 22%, and it will cost you 103,000 dirhams to rent on a long-term basis. Again, I must stress all this rental data is looking at long-term rather than short-term data. So if you rent it on a short-term basis, there's an opportunity to get an even higher yield. So if we look at the yields, you can get a yield of 7.4% here. So the next tower we're going to look at is Medina Tower. Medina Tower is located in the very heart of JLT in Cluster O. It's very conveniently located right next to the park and also overlooks the lake. The nice thing about this apartment is because you're very close to the parks, if you've got a family, it's a very convenient tower to be located in. Also, an added benefit of this tower, there's only 200 apartments there. Therefore, any apartments which do get sold usually get sold very quickly. Therefore, if you ever want to exit the apartments, you can so relatively easily. Over the past 12 months, prices here have increased by 10%, and over the last 3 months, there's been 3 property transactions with an average 1-bedroom property costing you 1.2 million dirhams. So that will give you a gross yield of 8.6%. 10%. It's also worth mentioning with these JLT towers, a lot of them are relatively old, so therefore if you refurbish and refurnish it, a lot likely to get a lot higher rent, and also when you go to sell the property, you'll get a higher return. The final tower I'm going to look at is Jumeirah Bay X1, and it's located in Cluster X. Some of the apartments have amazing views over Emirates Golf Club and the Dubai Marina. Completed in 2009, the interesting thing about this tower is you've got lots of duplexes. Therefore, if you're purchasing a one bedroom rather than a standard layout of everything being on one floor, you've got these stairs which leads to your own separate bedroom. So if you do a refurbish and refurnish, you can get a very, very cool looking layout. If this is overlooking Emirates Golf Club, tenants are going to want to live there. Over the past 12 months, prices here have increased by 10%, with an average one bedroom apartment costing you 900,000 dirhams. And rents over the past 12 months have increased by a whopping 28%, with an average one bedroom renting out for 83,000 dirhams per year. So that comes to a gross yield of 9.2%. So if you're looking for cash flow and yield, Jumeirah Bay is the way to go. There are also a number of very good other towers which I haven't looked at in this video. For example, Al Seef Towers are widely renowned as a very good tower to invest in as well. So if you're looking to invest in JLT, make sure you do your own research and look at ways how you can maximize your rental return and capital appreciation in the future. If you want to find out more and wonder whether you should invest in one bedroom or two bedroom apartments, book a call in the link below and watch this video here to find out the best developers in Dubai.